RedHotGodzy, come subscribe, like, come subscribe, like, come subscribe, like, come subscribe.
RedHotGodzy. Alright, so today I'm making a little bit of a video about video games these days. I'm just gonna hop into it. Come subscribe, like, you already know what that is all about. And yeah, I just want to get right into it and just talk about just all the games these days, in this generation, stuff like that are just bad. So I'm just gonna start with The Last of Us, The Last of Us 2, and this is probably the biggest example that I have because this game flopped and it's just horrible. It's probably I said in my the first video I made about it, it's the worst game ever made in human history to me, in my opinion. I'm gonna say this in my opinion, okay, in my opinion, all right. And the reason I think that way is because, and a lot of people think that way, because this game, the story ruins the entire game. I don't know if there's a survival mode or whatever, but honestly, it ruins the entire game, and I've already explained why. It's trash. Abby's a trash character. They ruin Ellie. They ruin Joel. They make Jesse. They kill Jesse off. He's just basically a freaking donor so that Ellie and Dina can have a child. He's freaking just killed off by freaking Abby's corny self, and then Tommy's useless, does nothing. I mean, yeah, he does kill he kills Manny, Abby's friend. Other than that, he just gets screwed over. Like he almost dies, somehow survives, gets shot in the eye, and then it's an a-hole at the end towards Ellie, and then Ellie is convinced to freaking go after Abby and loses everything. And I know I just went on a huge tangent, but that just shows you, I really do not like this game. And a lot of people don't. I gave it a 0. I give it a 0 out of 10. On God, I don't care. At me in the comments. I don't care. Because I do care. I really want to know what y'all think in the comments, because I'm very curious. I want to have a very, professional, kind of debate / discussion in the comments, something civil. But honestly, this game, it has beautiful graphics, the best I've ever seen in a video game, but just the story's horrible. And it somehow won Game of the Year actually recently, so you guys can check that out. And I just don't understand that aspect of it. But it's one of those games where they added wokeness to it, and this just shows kind of just why woke does not work in games, and why it should just be avoided entirely, basically. And it's the same thing with comics too. They ruin comics this way by adding the wokeness, and that's probably the biggest part of this. Is they weren't trying to make a good story. They basically made Abby Joel and what was it, Lev Ellie. If y'all didn't peep that, right, go back and watch the literally go on YouTube, look at the a walkthrough, or with no commentary. Just look at the story, or if you want commentary, whatever. Look at the cutscenes. Just look at how they try to paint it. You got Lev, you got Abby. It's literally Ellie and Joel, bro. They try. It's so funny, bro. Oh my God, it's the worst game ever made in human history. I'm glad I was able to clarify that. Worst game, 0 out of 10. I don't care. Add me in the comments. So that's that. Worst game in human history. All right. So next is Fortnite. Now, before y'all, get on me for Fortnite. I know it's made some, updates and changes, stuff like that. I get it. I know this. I've even played it recently. I've checked it out. Okay. I saw the Marvel event. I was there for that too. Didn't get anything because honestly I have no motivation to get skins for this game, because as many people have already said, this game does not add anything to your character once you actually get that skin. You don't change, your character doesn't change. You could win every single game regardless if you got skins or not. You could be a no skin, a default skin. You might get bullied for it, but yeah. Anyway, it's still it's so cringy, to where everyone is fiending over some skins that don't do anything. Literally don't do anything. It don't make any sense. They don't add anything new to your to your character other than just it just reskins you. You just look different, and you don't even really get to look at the front of your character because you're playing. You know, you just see the back. So when you're really looking at skins, you just look at the back because that's all you're gonna be looking at. They could look at the front, the person you're killing or getting killed by. But yeah, that's just a little rant, a little tangent, and get that out of the way. But anyway, this game just kind of like Fortnite. People already made videos about it. I think it's just like, and I agree with most of them because this game has kind of gotten repetitive. It's kind of like Fall Guys. Like at this point, Fall Guys is already repetitive. It's kind of like that battle royale esque kind of feel, where you just you kind of get sick of it after a while. You know, they add the updates and stuff like that. It's just not worth it. You know, especially this new update. It's not good enough. You know, add Mandalorian and stuff like that. Other characters, this Rift looking thing. I looked at the cinematic for it, whatever the scene. It's just not interesting to me. None of it is. Now, you could say it's like more of an opinionated kind of thing, and it's just like it's just anyone's preference kind of thing, right? My whole thing is like they got rid of a lot of the guns, right? The mechanics, the actual mechanics of the game. They got rid of a lot of the guns from over the years, like from back in the day. Back in the day when like it used to be really really fun because I remember that time where because I was there like season 2, 3, something like that. I don't know. I was there maybe 4. No, I think it was like at least 3. Yeah, because I had the Wukong, right? Honestly, I think this game is just degraded over time. It's just repetitive and stuff like that. The guns, they got rid of a lot of the guns and stuff like that. It's just, it's sad, man. Chapter 2 is still garbage. So yeah, 3 out of 10. I'll give it a 4, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers. This one is just sad to talk about. If you like Marvel's Avengers, just click off. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to talk about it. I'm about to trash it. You know, don't dislike it. You know, if you want to hear my opinion, just don't dislike it. You know, I actually have a valid kind of speech about this. Yeah, come subscribe, like, yeah. But yeah, this game, it has a lot of bugs. It has a lot of problems, and people have already talked about it. And it's kind of in line with another game recently come out, and I'm gonna talk about that too. And I might make another video about it. But this game, it's not just like the bugs. You know, the story's fine. I think the story's like okay. It's probably like a 7 out of 10. Honestly, I like Kamala Khan. I like the Avengers in the game. Actually, I don't even know if I give it a 7, because you know, for a lot of the story, you just playing Kamala Khan. You're not able to play the other Avengers, and when it comes to like Thor and stuff like that, you can only play him like 30% of the game, and with Cap, you can only play him like 10%. So like literally, you don't get to play a lot of the characters for like at all. Or I think they're switched with Thor and Cap. I'm not sure. I forget, because a Cap is said to be dead for like most of the game, so it's like ridiculous. Hulk is really annoying to play. I heard. I haven't played this myself too. I just want to mention that, you know, in case you want to, you know, whatever. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen the cutscenes. I've seen the gameplay. I've seen how it works. I'm not really inclined to play it myself because it's just not interesting to me. The whole live service aspect kind of ruined the game for a lot of people. It was kind of the reason that this is a flop, and I kind of agree why, because I mean, I understand why, because it's like you market it as if it was like a Spider-Man PS4 / Batman Arkham, and I'm not expecting that type of game. I'm expecting the quality, like a quality game, but not that type of game. Like, even though I kind of, alright, I'm not gonna lie, I expected somewhat like that, like some type of game like that, along the same lines. So I'm just gonna be honest with myself. The fact that I expected it to be sort of like that, it kind of sucks for the game. So it was really expectation versus reality, and yeah. So the story was fine. The graphics also were a hit or miss depending on what system you had, PC or whatever. A lot of people had problems, but yeah, it's just one of those games. Yeah, 6 out of 10. I'll give it. Anyway, let's just you could come subscribe, like, and end the video now. But I'm gonna be talking about the consoles as a whole. So if you want to just end it here, you know, come subscribe, like, and I'll see you later. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about Xbox and PS4 now. Kind of like just those two kind of battling. They've been battling for years now. I just wanted to kind of add my piece to it. There's gonna be a whole video by itself, but I think it'd be good in this one. Now, PS4 recently has released their console. I actually forget. Did Xbox release theirs? The Xbox Series X. I'm not sure, but PS4 I've been looking at, and it released their console, and it's had actually a few problems actually. It was said to be this amazing freaking console, be better than the Series X or Series S as well, I think it's called. So yeah, this from what I heard, the controller is pretty lit. It's actually pretty dang cool. It actually is like very different. It has like vibrations and stuff. The I think the back buttons and like the back triggers or whatever you want to call them, they actually like move. Either they're harder to move or they're a lot softer depending on what's actually happening in the game. So for example, if you're trying to like move a boulder as like Miles Morales, keep in mind this actually didn't happen in the game, so I'm just spewing out of my freaking mouth, just pulling it out of thin air. If like Miles Morales, right, had to pull push a boulder, right, it would be harder to flick the trigger, right, the back triggers, the back buttons, whatever. So like there's a lot of mechanics that go with the controller, and I like how they try to make it different and make it different from Xbox, and their quote unquote last gen console, last gen controller. They're trying to upgrade. I like that. Trying to make something different so they can have an edge on Xbox. My whole thing is it doesn't really for some people, and maybe for me, it might not work with certain games. It might be annoying actually. I don't know if you can turn it off, but I think you can, and if you can, that's cool. But I think it's really annoying, potentially for certain games. And for like the console itself, I heard that a lot of people had problems, with crashing, with software updates, and all types of stuff. So, and there's also that problem with people, I forget what they're called, but basically people who steal basic consoles and try to resell them for a higher price. Basically, that's become a problem with the consoles as a whole, mainly for PS4 or PS5. I mean, god dang. So yeah, that's a huge problem right now. And yeah, man, that's really all I have to say for PS4 right now. I'm gonna try to get into Xbox now. Xbox, they're really powerful console. I heard really powerful. So I'm really looking forward to looking more at because I don't have either of them right now. I'm really looking at them, and I want to wait because I don't want to run into problems where I have to basically try to get return or try to get it fixed or whatever, because I heard a lot of people have that problem with the PS4. And yeah, so when it comes to the Xbox, it doesn't have as many games as I would like, but it really does, because PS4 has more exclusives. Xbox just doesn't, but it does have the Game Pass, which is really overpowered, if you want to go on PC. And I heard like basically you don't really need an Xbox. If you have like the Game Pass or whatever, you could just like play a bunch of games. Even if you have the Series X, you could just play a bunch of games and not even really have them. You could basically just rent games, and it's actually kind of cool. If you have the Game Pass, well, not even. It's like you're renting them for free. You just play a bunch of free games, and it's like really cool. So that's really interesting. I really love that, honestly, about the new console that the new Xbox that they mentioned. So even though the controller is basically the same, I don't think they really need to change it very much. I think it's fine how it is, and they don't really need to expand it to where it's like some freaking Terminator-esque freaking controller or some crap. I think it's perfectly fine how it is. Yeah. Some people are complaining about that. I don't care. They added this new button too, where I think you just download stuff. It looks like, yeah, you see it on your like phone and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, overall, as consoles, I think they're both pretty interesting, pretty cool. And I wanted to add some light to this at the end. If you're still watching, come subscribe, like, love you guys. I love that you're watching my content. I want to really just keep making good stuff, man. So yeah, peace.
No way, Jose. RedHotGodzy, come subscribe, come subscribe, like. come subscribe, like.